Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on floral fragrances for men. Yes, for men. Now, I feel like it's a bit of a weird topic because I think some men are a little intimidated to wear florals because they associate like flowers with like women and girly stuff. But the fragrance that I have here, I'm pretty sure I have 7. Every single one of these, for me personally, is for men. Like, these fragrances are perfect on a man and they have floral as one of the key notes in the fragrance. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump straight into the video. I adore these fragrances and I'm very excited to do the video. So let's get into it. First fragrance is from Amouage and this is Reflection. Reflection Man from Amouage. Yes, I love this fragrance. Oh, it's so good. It does give me similarities to like Le Male from Jean-Paul Gaultier, like for sure. It does give me some similarities. But it is just so good. It's fresh. It has some neroli. It has some jasmine. Like, you definitely get the neroli in here. It has an aromaticness to it for sure. Once it dries down, it becomes a little more sweet and a little more floral, which I love. And to me, it never smells too feminine. Like, it never goes into like this very feminine jasmine, white flowers. It doesn't go too much into that direction. It still remains like a man scent for sure. So I love Amouage Reflection. I actually always get asked about this scent, and yes, I've always been a fan of it. So I'm very happy to own a bottle, and for me, it is one of the best floral fragrances for a man. Next up, we have Tom Ford Nuit Noir. Now, this one can be debatable whether people think it's unisex, whether it's feminine. It doesn't really matter, but to me, it's unisex. I actually know a guy in my life, a friend, who wears Nuit Noir, and he pulls it off so incredibly well. Like, so incredibly well. I would never think that he smells like a woman. He smells insanely good. The notes in here are like rose, dark chocolate. It's, to me, I always just describe it as wine, rose, and dark chocolate. Like a wine liqueur filled into a dark chocolate. It's just so incredibly good, and for me, a man could pull this off so well, especially dressed up in a suit, maybe date night for sure, like date night, oh my god, yes. And yeah, I just love it. So Nuit Noir from Tom Ford. Don't be intimidated to try it just because people think it's a little more feminine. Don't be intimidated, try it on your skin, see how it wears. For me, it's the best of the best. So Nuit Noir from Tom Ford. Next up, we have one of my oldie but goodies. Ambre Nuit, I said that really weird. Ambre Nuit from Christian Dior. Now, this is a rose-based fragrance, but to me, it's more ambery. It's more of this beautiful, like, soft amber. It's ambergris actually that's in here. There's some bergamot, some pink pepper. It has a blast of pink pepper, which gives it like a spiciness, a spicy kick, but not too much. The rose makes it very sophisticated and elegant. And the bergamot gives it a sparkling freshness. This scent, in my opinion, I'm always going to say is like a masterpiece. Ambre Nuit from Christian Dior. It's actually like one of the best fragrances still to this day that I've ever tried in my life. I will say that forever. It's just 12 out of 10 masterpiece fragrance. Very effortless, very elegant, very classy, very sensual fragrance. So Ambre Nuit from Christian Dior. Actually, many people from the fragrance industry that I've met with, that I've talked with, and that I know, I'm not joking, I would say about like 10 out of 12 love Ambre Nuit. Like, really. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff, and it's verified by the people in the industry. So Ambre Nuit from Christian Dior. Next. Now, I have another Amouage, but this is actually from the women's line. Now, you should never be intimidated when something is labeled like women or like men. Like, you should never be intimidated by it. Try the fragrance. Like, you never know until you try it. And I'm going to recommend it to you guys right now, a fragrance from the Amouage Women line. And I think that you should go and try it and tell me what you think, because to me personally, I would love to smell this on a guy. This fragrance to me is not feminine at all. Like, it's not feminine at all. And I would really love to try it on a guy. This is Epic Woman from Amouage, which I I also love Epic Man, but I'm talking about florals now, and this fragrance has rose in it, but to me the rose is not super intense. It's not really present. It's more like in the middle to the background. It's more subtle. But the fragrance is incredibly good. Like, it is pretty intoxicating. There's like a sweet, it's warm, it's spicy. There's definitely like this sweetness to it, which I can't put my finger on what it is. There's a tea note in here as well, like a tea leaf sort of note. There's some cinnamon. It's definitely got like this warm, spicy feeling to it, but not too much. It's more like subtle, like I said. But the fragrance is incredible, and you guys really have to try this one. So the reason that I included it is because there is rose in here, and you do smell the rose, but it's more in the middle. So Amouage Epic Woman, whoa, you guys have to try this one. It is so, so, so good. And to me, like I said, it's unisex. It's not for women, it's not for men, it's unisex for sure. Next up we have Fragrance du Bois Oud Rose Intense. Now, this one to me reminds me like along the same lines as Ombre Nuit. I didn't say they're the same, but they have a similar feeling. The rose in here is very elegant, very soft. I would say Oud Rose Intense is a touch more feminine than Ombre Nuit, but not by far. A man could easily pull this fragrance off because the rose to me is not super feminine in here. It's more of this beautiful unisex, sensual, slightly powdery, slightly spicy, soft, a little soapy as well. There's definitely like a little soapy touch to the fragrance, like for sure. And I just adore this scent. This is personally one of my favorite rose fragrances ever of all time. But to me, whenever I wear it, I never think that I smell super feminine. Like, for instance, when I wear, I'm trying to think, Oud Satin Mood from MFK, Rose, Oud, Violet, Benzoin, I feel very feminine when I wear Oud Satin Mood. Whenever I wear Delina, I feel very girly, very feminine. When I wear Oud Rose Intense, I don't feel super girly. I feel very classy, very expensive, but I feel just like that. I don't feel super feminine. I don't feel really girly. I feel elegant and expensive. So for me, I feel like a man could easily pull this one off. So definitely give it a try. It's one of my favorites from Fragrance du Bois, Oud Rose Intense. Next up we have another Tom Ford, and it's Black Orchid. Of course, I had to include this because to me it's one of the best florals for a man, period. I actually prefer the EDP. This is the EDT right here. I prefer the EDP, but they're pretty much the same if I'm going to be honest. It's sweet, it's earthy, it's pungent, like there's a real musky, pungent, dirty smell to it. Like I said, slightly sweet, slightly floral. It's just incredible. There's something like, everybody knows it, everybody has smelled it at least once in their life. Tom Ford Black Orchid, it's iconic. I actually know a lot of men that wear this one, like a lot. And a lot of men have it as their like signature date night scent, and for good reason, because to me, on a man, I feel like a man pulls this one off better than a woman actually. So Tom Ford Black Orchid, the final fragrance. The final fragrance is from Atelier Cologne, and it is called, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it, Emerald Arga. Emerald Arga. I'm just going to leave it there, but I will link the fragrance down below. And to me, again, this is a rose fragrance, but it's not a super feminine rose. Like, it's not super feminine. It's more of like a unisex rose. It's rose, it's woody. There's like a eucalyptus sort of note in here. So like a little bit like fresh and green. And very, like there's a sharpness to the rose, which I really love in here. So for me, this is more of a pure rose. There's no sweetness to it. There's no gourmand notes. It's more rose. So you definitely have to like rose to be able to wear this one, because the rose is very present. It's in the top, it's in the front, it's the main player in the fragrance. So if you're a guy and you like to wear rose, you have to check this one out. If you're somebody who doesn't really want to smell too much like rose, then this one won't be for you. But I'm still recommending it because as far as a rose fragrance goes, this one to me is very unisex. It's not overly feminine at all. So oh, it's so, so, so good. Like, I really love this scent and I love the quality of this fragrance. So yes, that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And like I said earlier, don't ever be intimidated by labels, by notes, by reviews, whatever. Don't be intimidated by it, because for me, like, you can really wear whatever you want. And trust me, I wouldn't recommend you guys like really feminine fragrances. I just wouldn't do it because I know that a lot of men watch me for recommendations to attract women. A lot of people, not everyone. So I'm never going to recommend you guys like Love to Rose from Amouage, or let me think, Alien from Mugler, or Nazamato Narcotic Venus, or something like that. I would never recommend it to you guys, or Delina, because they're very feminine to me. So I'm only going to ever recommend fragrances that I personally think a man could pull off. So these were my recommendations. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. And yes, I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.